Hi, I'm Cynthia. I'm so glad you're here. We're just going to do a movement that will help with your neck and your shoulders, hopefully give you a little bit more space and end of range motion. So what I would ask you to do is get anywhere comfortable. You could be seated, you could be standing, and we're just going to first kind of test out what the range is for our neck right now. So you're just going to look to your left and look at the point of where you're basically, kind of at that end of range. So remember what it is that you're looking at, whatever it is, a line, a mark on the wall, and then we'll turn our head to the other direction. And so find your point there that it would be uncomfortable to go any further. And so you're going to remember, you can look back at the center. And so you're just going to remember those 2 points. And so from here, we're going to work with our fascia, and we're going to try and release it. So first, and you could do all these three, I'm going to show you 3 different things that we can try. And you can do 1 of them, you could do 3 of them. The more you do, maybe it gives you a little more relief. You could try it and experiment. The first one would be to take your fingers, I'll use my index fingers, and I'm going to put them not in my ear, not in the canal, but kind of like resting in that cartilage, right? So both ears. And then I'll take my thumbs behind the earlobe, right by the cartilage, right on the other side of where your index finger is. And you're going to make circles here. So you're just going to roll your ears in circles. It'll be crunchy. And you can go in the other direction. So we're starting at the top of that fascia chain. And just breathe. Notice that you're breathing. Do it a couple more seconds. There's no real limit here. You just want to release. I'm going to start that release. Nice. And so you can let that go. And then we're going to go through all our fingers. Let's start with the thumb on either hand. And you're just going to kind of wiggle it around, pull them around, circle. If you have one finger that's especially sore, skip it. It won't change anything really. To the other hand. My last finger. And that's that. And then we're going to take your left arm, or you can start with your right, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to let the wrist, the hand go down. And so my elbow is facing down towards the ground, top of my wrist is towards the sky. I'll take my opposite hand, I'm going to cuff my wrist and feel like I'm pulling down. Feel like you're pulling the skin down and your hand is down as well. And you're going to slowly, with this pressure from your opposite hand, start to open your left hand up towards the sky and start to spread the fingers wide. Beautiful. And that's it for that side. Do the same thing on the other because we want both sides of the neck to release. Again, let your wrist go. Left hand can cuff your wrist. Feel like you're pulling it down. And then slowly we'll start to lift the right hand up towards the sky, starting to spread the fingers and open all the way to the other side, as far back as you could get it. Beautiful. And then let that go. And let's go back to where we were. We're going to look all the way to your left. Remember the spot that you were looking at. I can get a good foot, I'd say, beyond where I started. And then this is always my tight side. I'm going to turn to the opposite. This is where I really see the difference. I really feel the space that I've given myself. And there you go. That's it. So do this a couple of times a day. You could probably, and I've done it myself, just do the ears and get a really good amount of relief. If you do it a few times, you should feel a difference, hopefully, in your daily life. Okay, thanks so much for joining. Be well.